you know, lead-based paint, and there's new law on that this year, and everything else.
So you've got us from listing the property to closing the escrow.
Yes.
Now, in between, are there any tips? Are there any words to the wise that you can share that are going to help the process work a little bit better? For example, just things about staging the house or any of those kind of things.
Well, staging, you know, I've walked in many homes doing the broker's open. I've had my own listings. One of my pet peeves is having the toilet seat up. And especially in pictures. You know, a long time ago, when I first got my real estate license, there was a lady who did feng shui, and she basically said, your money's going down the toilet if your toilet seat's not shut. And you know, so I remembered that, because I want the seller to get the most amount for the money. Hey, I'm gonna honor and respect, you know, what they say, and it is. It's even in my own house. I have company and the toilet seat's up. I walk by it and I shut the toilet seat. You know, it's just, and especially if it's a multi-million-dollar. I've walked into, you know, over $1 million homes, and you walk into the closet and there's wire hangers with clothes all disheveled, and the closet floor a mess, and it's like, get rid of the wire hangers, color coordinate your closet, put all the shirt size lengths the same way, put the long sleeve, short sleeve here and long sleeve, but color coordinate them, long skirts down, the dresses over in one area, the pants in another.
You changed your mind.
I changed. And I do, you know, in my closet it is color coordinated, and I do have a little section, because you do, like, you wear a jacket and you might wear it again, you know, or a shirt because it's still clean, you might wear it a second time, and I have a little area where, you know, just for that, because you don't want to put it back to the total clean, and but that's also color coordinated. Shoes are even color coordinated.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I have it all in the high heels to the low. But that's just one of my pet peeves of closets, of towels, doing it as I call it. A girlfriend of mine who does organizing calls it the Martha Stewart way of folding your towels, you know. And so you're making sure all your linens, your canned goods, I go through the canned goods, the kitchens, the pantry, people open up. The only thing they're not going to open up is your private furniture. But they'll open up all the cabinets, all your garage, anything that is attached to the house, they will open up. And that's what, if you have a lot of videos, I actually have my videos and the CDs all organized too by artists. And you know, A through Z.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just important, because, and not have a lot of personal stuff. I mean,
now, why is that?
It's because you want a buyer to walk in, and if you have so much of your stuff in the house, they won't be able to start putting their furniture in their mind in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of my children's pictures.
Yeah, I mean, you can have, you know, a couple pictures out, you know. My little four-legged daughter is Tiffany. Of course, I got Tiffany's pictures out, you know. That actually, my other house helped me sell my other house because they were dog lovers. Yeah. So, you know, and you never know on that. You know, now having pet bowls, and some people say remove them. I say, you know what, I'm a pet lover. There's other pet lovers. If they aren't, well, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have my dog's bowl out, you know. But there's a process even through the contract that if that pet lover didn't like, you know, dogs, you spray for fleas and ticks, and you clean the carpets, and you know, or there's, even if they want to do it themselves, you can give a credit. So.
And then too, when a buyer comes in and they want to give you an offer, what sort of scrutiny do you bring to that offer to protect your seller? You know, do you want to really make sure that this buyer has the money? Do you ask for pre-qualification? Do you ask, what do you ask for? I mean, you don't just take any offer, do you?
No. We do always usually, it's kind of a normal thing now. Back in the 90s, you would submit an offer, and then you would bring, like, the pre-approval. You might have a pre-qual and then a pre-approval. This day and age, pretty much, you try and get the pre-approval up front. So. It might be a pre-qual, just, but they're already working with someone. You're going to get that pre-approval. They just haven't gotten all their documents in, because everything is, you know, document this day and age, you know, because there's no more stated loans.
So that improves the closing quality.
Yeah, and if need be, we have the right as as a listing agent to contact that mortgage officer and just, you know, ask them if you, of course, they're not going to disclose a whole bunch of private stuff, but they're going to say, yeah, they're good, you know, to go, or they're going to do, and you write the contract, whether it is I think the lowest loan is 3.5% down, it's a FHA. But they're, you know, you want to see that they have something up there, they have a good initial deposit. After the home inspection, they might do a second deposit. But you also want to, if you're in a lower class of property, you also want to work with that buyer, knowing that they may not have a lot of cash, but they could qualify, because they won't be able to get a loan if they, you know, and they may not have a lot of down, or and VA pays for some of the points and all that. So it all depends upon the loan, but we do scrutinize if we get 2 offers at once. It's right of what the seller wants to do. I usually try and work with the first offer and then do the second offer.
Backup? Do you have a backup offer?
If we have an opportunity to get backups, I get backups, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we've just got a couple of minutes left. Any other tips that you can give the seller of the property? We've talked a little bit about the staging. If there's anything else you want to mention about staging other than keep your toilet lid down and keep your closet neat. What really are the most important things in terms of the staging?
Well, you want to make the house livable. You want to create a lifestyle experience. So you want someone, you see some of these really, really expensive homes and they have a blanket over the couch. I mean, or they might show in the picture where a cup of coffee with it looks like appears that someone would be sitting in that chair looking at the gorgeous sunset view on the beach, and they just got up for a moment. You want to create some sort of, you know, hey, if it's a great kid's house, okay, then use it. If it's not, it's an artist retreat, then use it. But enhance those features and work with it and make sure that it is decorated and it's kept up that way. And I've gone, I've gone in knowing that, you know, young kids are they're trying to get out of the house on open house. I go there early and I'm sweeping the floors, getting the dog hair off, and wiping the counters and doing all this stuff, you know, trying to help them prep, because that's just me, you know. I don't know if all the agents do that, but I know that they got their kids and got to remember everything to get out the door. So.
Right. Oh, it's a big job.
Yeah, but it's fun. You know,
yeah.
I like doing that. That's the creative part.
Now, do you ever bring in furniture from the outside? Do you ever have owners say, you know, your furniture isn't quite the right stuff, we ought to do something else? Yeah.
You make do, because a lot of sellers, especially this day and age, are under money constraints. So you make do with what you can, but especially with vacant. I was actually working on a sale and through actually your company, and it was vacant, and I actually talked to the sellers and actually rented furniture, rent-a-center, and then brought in my own extra stuff, and I actually steal things. I have stuff in the garage for staging. I can steal from my house or steal from my parents.
That's a good arrangement.
Many silk plants and bar stools from my parents' house have been taken away.
Borrowed.
Yeah.
Is there any last tip that you could give a seller of a piece of property?
Well, that agents work hard for their money. You know, that we are worth every single penny. And when people start whittling down our commission, that could be whittling down their service of what they're getting. I don't like to think that way, and I don't like to do that. I'm worth every penny, because I go above and beyond, and I know other agents do. There's a lot of agents that have longevity in the career, and you can tell if they're in it for helping the clients or they're in it for themselves, and just work with them. It's a partnership.
Good tip. Well, Audrey, thank you so much for sharing with us about how to sell your house.
Thank you.
And until next week, ahui ho.